Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. You made it. I'm pretty excited.
I did. I'm sorry. I was already on another phone, and Nick comes running. I was like, "You've got a phone?" I was like, "I'm already on a phone." I'm like, "Who's organising this?"
It's all right. I spent some time staring out in the parking lot, watching some birds bathe in a pothole. So it was pretty awesome.
Well, that's enjoyable.
Right?
Connected with nature.
Yeah. Well, I get stuck in a box all day. You got to enjoy the outside sometimes.
Exactly.
So where are you at the moment?
We're in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. What's going on in Atlanta right now?
Obviously, we're playing a show tonight with Bullet, and I've just taken a walk out into the car park and noticed a human shit on the floor. So in a good part of town.
That sounds exciting. Do you think that it was one of your bandmates that might have left that there?
It looks like it's been there for quite a while. So maybe it was from last time we passed through. I'm not too sure.
All right. We got Ben Bruce on the line from Asking Alexandria. Ben, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to sit and talk with us. I know you guys got a very busy schedule going on. Let's talk a little bit about the new record. The Black is out now, correct?
It is. It's been out for about a month so far.
How is the fan perception coming from the new tunes?
I honestly can't believe it. Obviously, when you lose a singer, you think, what's going to happen? For a lot of bands, that's the be all or end all. But somehow, fans are taken to this record not only better than we anticipated, but better than even some of our previous records. There's a lot of people saying this is the best record we've ever put out, and support's just been really overwhelming. Even as far as people like you guys and radio support and stuff, like our current single, Here I Am, and previous single, I Won't Give In, are climbing up the charts faster than any of our previous singles have done, so it's exciting.
Right. This record has already gone to #1 on the Top Rock album chart, so congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
So was it weird writing this album with somebody new after spending so many years with somebody previously?
It wasn't weird. It didn't feel weird. It felt exciting. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that Danny he was over it. So for years he was kind of just going through the motions. He wasn't really trying to write with me or anything anymore. So it was basically just down to me anyway. So when Dennis joined and was like, "Hey man, I want to be involved in the songwriting," it was exciting. It was like, "Oh, this is going to be fresh. This is going to be new. Let's see how we gel and how we click." And it was overnight. We clicked like that, and it was just a really good experience. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it seems like you guys have a lot of fun. It seems like you guys have some sort of strange bromance going on. I've been watching some of your interviews, and you guys interact pretty well together.
I mean, I feel like I've known him for years. I don't feel like he's the new guy in the band for some reason. He just feels like he's always been there. There's not this weird stigma like this new guy's come in, has taken over. It just feels really natural and really normal. So, sometimes we have a little kiss and a little cuddle, and it's fine.
Right? Some things happen for a reason, and sometimes you got to get a little bit intimate, right?
Exactly.
How did you find Dennis?
It's weird. We'd known of him for years. Basically, he used to do covers and stuff on YouTube when he was younger, and people would send us his videos going, "Look how good this kid is at covering your songs." And, years and years ago, he used to say to Danny as a joke, "Oh, you better watch out, man. This kid could be your replacement someday." Just kind of joking about, and you fast forward 4 or 5 years down the line and actually turned into a reality. So
it's crazy how social media can put you in a position like that nowadays.
Justin Bieber was the same thing. He got discovered doing the exact same thing. He was on YouTube singing covers with his acoustic guitar, and now he's Justin Bieber. So, obviously, we're not in the same realm.
But I feel like it could happen. I feel like there needs to be an Asking Alexandria Bieber collaboration.
It's in talks. We just haven't heard back from Bieber yet.
Do you think he could, put forth the screams that you guys need?
I think he could do it.
I don't know. I mean, he could hit those notes. I don't know if he could just bring that, raspiness to it.
We'll have to find out, though. You never know. He might be an avid death metal fan and get some real growls on the go.
That could be insane. So, speaking of Bieber, I don't know if he's really a collaborator that you would like to do. Is there anybody that you would like to collaborate with at some point in the future? Or a dream collaborator?
I don't know. It's weird because obviously there's a lot of musicians like that, like legendary musicians that I'd love to always Ozzy Osbourne would be great, or even some of the bluesy rocky stuff like Eric Clapton or something would be awesome. But I don't know. I'm kind of interested in trying to seek out someone new that maybe I haven't heard of, maybe a producer or a songwriter that I'm not familiar with yet, but that is fresh and exciting and thinks outside the box, just to see where that might take us,
Right. I feel like that's, what you're always looking for, striving to, push yourself to the limits, see what you can do next.
Exactly.
So I have a question that I've been dying to know for many years. 2
inches.
2 inches, that's it? Come on, I'm so
I'm
disappointed right now.
I'm sorry. And it's warm out, too, so I don't even have that excuse.
So, like, shrinkage is no excuse right now?
No.
Oh.
It's unfortunate.
Well, so you have a really hot accent, right? Over here in the States, that accent, it puts you there with the girls, makes them, a little moist, if you will. I'm curious as to why when you guys perform and when you sing on the album, the accent isn't present.
I don't think that's done on purpose. I think that's just the way it is for most people. If you listen to a lot of singers, the accent anyone's accent just kind of becomes neutral. Do you know what I mean? Like, if
right.
you even listen to bands like Zeppelin or Ozzy Osbourne or Queen, you don't listen to them and go, oh, they're English. It's weird because, I'll say things like I can't climb that mountain, but if I'm singing, can't doesn't really come across well, and people don't know what the hell I'm saying, so I tend to say, can't or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. It's hard. Things just change when you've got a mic in front of you.
No, I can feel you there. I can feel that on that front. So you guys seem to have a little fun while you're out on the road. What is the craziest thing that you guys have ever done to each other? Because you guys seem to always be kind of pushing each other's buttons as much as you can.
Yeah. One that sticks out in mind for me, and just whenever anyone asks this question, it's always the same answer because it still just might be the funniest thing that I've ever seen in my life. And I can't really do it justice just telling the story. But I'll do my best. But basically, so we were on Mayhem a couple of years ago, and me and James used to travel in our own bus with 3 other crew members. So it's 5 of us on this bus, and everyone else was on another bus. And that was a tour where I was drinking an excessive amount of alcohol, as if I don't now.
Right.
But I was still up, and I think it was about 10:30 in the morning. I was still up drinking. And I was bored. Everyone had been in bed for hours. I was like, why the hell is everyone sleeping? I'm going to have to wake them up. So I'm sat up front with the driver, and I'm looking around, and I see a fire extinguisher. And I was like, perfect. It's much more efficient than an alarm clock or me trying to nudge someone awake. So I went back to Bunk Alley, and I opened up James's bunk curtain, and I just sprayed him in the face with the fire extinguisher. I emptied it in his bunk, and I ran away giggling like a child. And I don't know, 30 seconds goes by and everyone's curtains in their bunks open. Everyone's spewing out of their bunks onto the floor. James climbs out and he is just from head to toe white.
Oh.
I mean, you can only see eyeballs and a pair of black boxers that are now sort of a silvery grey colour. The rest of him is just white. And it is the funniest thing, I think, to this day I've ever seen. He didn't think it was funny. He ran up front and literally kicked the shit out of me. Split my lip open, gave me 2 black eyes. He was not impressed. But even whilst I was getting my ass handed to me, I was still laughing because just that image of him. I don't know if you've ever covered anyone in fire extinguisher before, but it is the funniest thing you'll ever do, ever.
No, I haven't done it, but it is definitely a life goal of mine now.
I recommend it. I highly, highly recommend it. It's worth the broken bones and fractures and bruises and split lips that you'll receive from doing it to someone, but it is worth it.
Oh, my goodness. Well, maybe if you guys ever make it our way, we can arrange something to go down.
Oh, we could double team him with a fire extinguisher.
Yes, double teaming. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm in.
All right, so let's get back to the album a little bit. When you guys were writing this album, you've said that you were in a kind of a dark place, and it's about kind of coming out of that. Do you feel like you're still in a dark place now, or are you just like a whole new kind of band going on?
It's a bit of both. I mean, there's just one thing after another when you're me, I guess. I mean, I'm definitely a lot happier. You know, I'm used to the fact that Danny's gone, and that's all fine. I'm happy for him doing what he's doing. We're happy doing what we're doing. Touring still gets tough sometimes, but on a whole, we're having a lot more fun on tour. I'm still currently going through a pretty terrible divorce, so that's a bit of a bummer. But, I mean, other than that, everything's pretty hunky-dory. Everything's pretty good.
All right. What is your favorite song to play off of the new album live while you're on the road?
It's definitely The Black, the title track.
Is it because of how it makes you feel, or is it because how the fans respond to it?
I think it's just the fans' response. It starts off quite jumpy and quite energetic anyway. It's quite a groove-laden riff, and it's just everyone's response to that song live is just absolutely insane. It starts off with everyone bouncing, having a good time, and then by the end of it, when it slows down, it turns into the whole crowd singing every word at the top of their lungs. So it's just a good mixture for a live performance, I think.
Oh, yeah. I got to imagine that's got to be awesome to be in the crowd.
Yeah.
So you guys are on the road, so obviously you've played with a lot of bands. What is like one band that you have seen play live that you totally like fanboyed out on?
I mean, it's tough. I'd say probably Slipknot, and I feel weird saying it because I'm quite good friends with Corey Taylor now. But I do remember when the first time we ever toured with them, just the fact that we were touring with them, I was excited already. But then when I met them and they were super nice and down to earth, that made me even more excited because, you know, sometimes you can meet people that you've looked up to and you've idolized for so long and you put them up on this pedestal, whether you should or you shouldn't, you just do. That's just the nature of the beast. And then sometimes you meet them and they're nothing like you thought they were going to be, or they're not friendly, or, you know, they're a bit rude or a bit conceited. But, you know, it was completely the opposite with the guys in Slipknot. They were lovely. They took us under their wing. You know, they always made sure that we had side stage access, and you know, whenever we would watch side stage, they would run over between songs and give us like a high five or a drink of Jack Daniels, or, you know, just make us feel very welcome, and so that kind of just made me an even bigger fan of the band than I already was, if that was possible.
I know exactly what you mean. You know, in the radio business, you run into that a lot too when you're dealing with bands.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
Oh, well, Ben, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to sit and talk with us. Obviously, go get Asking Alexandria's brand new album. It is called The Black. It's out and available now. We hope that we will get you guys here in the Capital Region in the very near future. I got one last question for you before we let you go. Mother's Day coming up this weekend. Any suggestions for gifts for mothers?
Well, I don't want to sound a bit crass, but I feel like mothers need to get laid too, so even if they're divorced or not divorced, maybe they're still married or what. I get them some sex coupons, not for you to have sex with them, obviously, but for them to distribute how they see fit.
You know, in the U.S., you can't, like, legally sell sex coupons.
You don't have to sell them. You can make some and give them to them and say, listen, Mum, this is a bit strange, I know, but this is how much I love you, and I know that things are stressful and you need to get laid just as much as the rest of us do. So I'm giving you permission to go out tonight and go get your panties down around your ankles and have a good time.
All right, I'm going to get this gift for my mother, and then we're going to see how it plays out. We'll talk about it when you come around to the Capital Region.
Let me know. Hopefully she's so agile and nimble.
I will definitely do that. Anything else you would like to add to our listeners before we hang up with you, Ben?
Just thank you so much for all the support. And, yeah, if you haven't got our new album already, give it a listen and let us know what you think.
Awesome. Thank you.